Hello, everyone. Lichborn back at you. We're gonna continue our Knights of the Old Republic 2 playthrough. As you can see, we were just about ready to leave this part of Taurus to advance the story. I will have my stream open, so if you have any questions about the game or in general, let me know. Also, I apologize for the background noise. It is, well, it's rather warm, so fans going. I've decided to make sure I have a double save just for safety's sake. So let's get back into it. We'll be starting off, getting on the shuttle, and moving on.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
Wonder whatever happened to the HK company. Like, truthfully, it wouldn't surprise me if they evolved into the company that made the IG droids further on, but when it comes to commerce and that, I don't have a whole lot of knowledge of the Star Wars universe. Like, I know a small handful. Like, I know Rothana Droidworks, I think.
Irritated declaration. There you are. It has been extremely difficult to track you down, Jedi. Quick clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. Input to hostilities.
I wonder if how, because of the way the HKs speak, and even in the last games, even the way the one you have as a companion speaks with you and whatnot, I wonder if they were made a secret division of of a group in the HK plant, putting stuff together with corrupted protocol droid? Well, not corrupted, but modified protocol droid, well, protocols. Anyways.
Unnecessary necessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints. Chiding statement. Oh, Jedi. There are as many of us as are needed to capture or kill our targets. Egotistical boast. And there are far more of us than any one Jedi. Destroy one of us, and more shall rise from the wreckage. Unnecessary threat. And our attack protocols are more than a match for you and your allies.
Somehow I doubt that. Let's deal with Aten. Or Aten. I'm never sure how to pronounce his name. Let's give you some level ups. Hold on, what did they... Not sure. Anyways, sorry. Got distracted. Do need to figure out what I want to do for him though. Oh yeah, the droids, so... Should probably make sure I have anti-droid stuff on him. Was playing some Diablo 3 earlier, so I'm used to scrolling down with the triggers. So let's see, what have we got ranged wise that deals extra to droids? Sonic rifle. Oh, I know what's got ion. Boy, I do. And then the plasma torch, just because it gets doors open easier. Trying to think if I got anything else that would be good for him. Dead gloves, I'm guessing. I'm thinking would be good for him just because he's, well... Okay, set to range, good. And I guess let's go kill some droids. Very well, Kriya. I'll go find someone else that I'm not in your range. Kriya.
More where that came from.
I have no idea where Kriya came from there. Or,
I hear you.
more importantly, where she went.
Just say the word.
That's remains. Remains. HK control cluster, that'll be good. It's one of the items to unlock or to fix up the old droid on my ship once I get it back. Yeah, you're fine. Oh well. Not a fan of how low my defense is.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
And who are you?
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense we will come to no harm.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling.
Not cool, Kriya.
Let me follow the current. Deep, deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war, and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, You will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of the Jarek
now I
can be
think I
won
get it.
without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can...
More Jedi speak. Care to
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
What I'm thinking, because I legitimately don't know, is maybe he was a combatant in the Mandalorian Wars, or this Jedi Civil War that followed on the other side.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the Exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why? Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here? Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out? Why? Because you turned your back on us. And the Order. You followed Revan to war against the Mandalorians. The very war that made Revan a Lord of the Sith, and ruined you. So you said, so long ago. I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
Yes, and advising caution and patience and all that shit out so well in a few thousand years for y'all, doesn't it? Again,
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I have kept it, so I would never forget. Indeed. A lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, it was not yours anymore. I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
Those attempted light particle effects from that lightsaber. Oof.
Become a Jedi again. That is a thing far out of reach. But I am not unsympathetic to your
Probably
feelings.
not a Jedi again,
Leaving the
but-
Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice. So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way. Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us. Of course I was. But the Jedi teachings require we examine how we may best help them. Action without reflection is not our way. There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite. A physical victory, perhaps, but the real victory lay in... You do not know... How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
Damn. Like this... Like the sarcastic side of me wants to go with that one.
You see shadows where there are none, and hate where there is none. You are blind, as always. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here? Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility. Ah, an accident. Something beyond your control. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
At this point, considering what I've done in, the past couple minutes is, considered... screw it.
Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
Huh. So, you know more about their fuel situation than, the leader of the CSF? Which I could believe. It wouldn't surprise me if people were stealing fuel.
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, in graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime. So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it. The Sith? What do you mean? You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragus. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you. If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here. You offer your aid after turning your back on me, on the Council. The Jedi is not something you embrace out of fear. The commitment is stronger than that, something you never seem to understand.
And and something that the Jedi has depicted in most forms of media can't seem to grasp is you can be you there's a difference between teaching and just, being a good person. I,
Perhaps. But if you help me, it cannot be done from here. There are others in the galaxy who may help us against a Sith threat. If you can find them, gain their trust, perhaps our defenses shall be stronger for it. Take your ship, seek them out. If you find them, encourage them to gather on Dantooine. From there, we can call a council and see what can be done. Then I shall send you on your way. It is now time for you to depart.
We shall remove him, mistress.
Oof. The light on that thing. Ugh.
Come with us.
Not gonna lie.
Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile. I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... No, I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
I am getting strong dark side vibes from her. She just maybe it's in fact misdirected voice acting, I don't know, but she doesn't sit right with me. Not the leader, but I don't know her name, so I don't have...
Why have you approached me? You may ask. The mistress? What of her? She leads us. As she rebuilds Telos, she rebuilds the Order, and through them, the galaxy. We serve the Jedi. We do not question them. Yet, Ep.3 has told us that the work here at Telos may pay for similar efforts in many worlds along the Rim that were destroyed when the Jedi turned on each other. She has said the Jedi Order needs such a foundation if it is to rebuild. She faults the teaching of many of the Jedi Masters as the spark of the Jedi Civil War. Ep.3 has said that if Revan and Malak had been properly instructed in the ways of the Jedi, they never would have fallen, and nor would you, Exile.
Oh, that is...
That is unknown to me. I have never observed Ep.3 to teach Jedi, nor would I wish to. Ep.3 has chosen instead to focus her efforts on galactic recovery. Once the galaxy breathes again, disciples will come. She predicted you would say as much. She knew quite well. Perhaps you are the one who knows nothing. You may ask. This was once a mighty irrigation center for Telos. It survived the orbital bombardment of the Sith, though the inhabitants did not. Ancient irrigation channels still lie beneath the surface of Telos, waiting to be used again for the reconstruction efforts, controlled from this facility. Shortly before the destruction of Dantooine by the forces of the traitor Jedi Malak, Atris had many Jedi artifacts and knowledge transported here secretly. The Jedi Council sensed it, Master Vrook, Master Vandar, but it was too late to do much except make arrangements for evacuation. It was a dark day for the Order. Many on Dantooine did not survive, Jedi or not. Atris would not speak for many days after the attack, and we feared our mistress was lost to us. In time, she regained her voice and her strength. She brought the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi here and has kept them safe. Even the Sith prefer live prey to scavenging a corpse. She thought that a world already savaged by the Sith would not prove a target a second time. It was a place where the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi could be kept safely, if the Sith could not be turned aside. Yes, many relics from Dantooine, some which predate even the destruction of Ossus. She was not able to save all, but she saved enough. She was able to bring them here before the Academy's destruction. It was a fortunate thing. She was not able to save everything.
I'm choosing this one for y'all. I'm pretty sure I know which one Ossus is. If I'm not mistaken, it's the home planet of Force users.
Ossus was once the home of much of the Jedi teaching and knowledge. It was destroyed over 40 years ago by the Sith during the time of exile.
Oh, that's why I
Fortunately,
recognize
a few
it.
relics and artifacts were saved before Ossus was destroyed, but many were not.
Yeah. I guess I'm mistaken. Well, okay. New knowledge, cool.
Viewing the relics is not allowed without Atris's permission. There is truth in what you say, yet many such artifacts are sealed away in Atris's chambers. But if you wish to see a few of them, speak to the last of the handmaidens. She has seen some of these objects and has an interest in such things. Yes, she should be in the training chamber to the north and west of here. She constantly seeks to improve herself so that she may no longer be ranked last among us.
Yeah.
She is easily distracted by matters that do not concern her or her duty. Such distractions weaken her, and she knows this. I will not speak of them. Ask her yourself, if it matters to you. You may ask. We serve the Jedi, and we watch. Atris is the only Jedi here, this is true, but the Mistress will bring others in time.
And I am bored of your conversation. Yeah, okay. Off the other way I go.
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about. She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself. That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side. Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up. Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
Oh, for the love of...
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation. It is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
God, I know that.
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion. Then her expressed feelings will have to suffice. Perhaps it may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mere sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression. You may ask. I know a little of them, yes. Much Jedi knowledge is stored here. Secrets of their teachings, combat styles, and discipline. The Jedi relics are kept by Atris, within the walls of her meditation chamber. Entry is forbidden.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna lie, these feel a little skeezy. I don't want to manipulate her.
I have seen a few of them. Yes, they were not always in Atris's meditation chamber. There were many relics, among them small cubes, warm to the touch, each containing their own light. When
Okay.
held, some would
Holocrons.
speak, ask strange questions. Yes, their questions were confusing. They seemed to think I was someone else, Someone's student. I had thought perhaps I had damaged them in some way, but I could not think of what I had done. Most come from Dantooine, brought here before the academy there was destroyed by Malik. Not all relics were able to be saved, for there was not time to rescue them all. I am not permitted to speak of such things, and it is not your concern.
I'm wondering if some of those relics were not actually, or if not all of the relics were square. Well, cube.
You may ask. I am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true. It dishonors me that they would say such a thing to an outsider, but I cannot deny the truth in what they say. My thoughts are not always focused on training. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts. There is much knowledge here, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
Problem is, she's focusing on not the wrong thing, just
Atris has already preserved it. What I wonder is, if the Jedi teachings should not simply be stored, but brought to others. There is much in their approach to battle that is worthy to be shared. To the Ichani, battle is a means of communication. It is an art, in the truest sense of the word.
Oh, you're Ichani.
Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
I see. Okay.
Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponent speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength. It was to the Jedi traitor Malik. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malik's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry, or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics, in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malik in that final battle, though few knew it. Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malik the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other.
I honestly don't know enough from the first game. To be certain on this one. Malik, obviously. But I don't know about Revan.
You may ask. I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others. There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that. It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no such trust between you and I, and such trust takes time.
Fair enough.
You may ask. I am aware of this. I do not doubt your combat prowess, as my half-sisters do. There are many who went to war against the Mandalorians, and few returned. You were one of them. I honor the face of my...
Okay, I know.
Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like? Please, I wish to know.
This one kind of speaks to me. Ugh.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
From what? Oh my god, you are so arbitrary. Eh. Screw it, it matters not. There's a door here. Well, at the very least, I should do some exploring. I have yet to decide if I'm gonna loot all their shit. I will, however, look. Okay, screw it. I'm gonna have their shit. Hey, I never said I was a saint. Just that I try not to be a devil. Really? That's what you had to keep locked up? Somebody is really an aesthetic. Or... aesthetic? No. I think y'all get what I mean. Ooh, you have a nice little rug. Oh, thank you, because that is a lot better than what I got, if I remember right. And I guess they all have rugs. But will that help? Yes. And there are other things I want to find out. Bronzium, what are you? 8 plus 2. 10 plus 3. Holy crap, that's pretty nice. Doesn't say it's unupgradable, so... So do I just have no weapon, or has it just been unequipped?
Did you find what you came for? There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still. There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Ep.3, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Yeah, I've kind of been wondering about that.
Yes, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
Ooh. One second, I'm gonna turn off this fan. It's actually starting to get a bit chilly. Okay, I'm back. That is strange.
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained. Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the ground. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by... Very well. Let us depart. He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
Not your fault.
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we? This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use. I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship. Very well, General.
I'll get back to the ship to get the amount. We'll keep Korea for now. Ooh, he likes me. I don't know. Oh yeah, yes. Poison grenades. Airface band. Another Sith War sword and exchange negotiator keys. There is some... Nice. I'll keep that in mind. Actually... yes, mister. I have enough skill points to put them in everything. A little salty. I should probably give him the shielding visor. He is good at it, though. Strength package. Yeah, you have no dex bonus, so. 5, 6. Yeah, bronzium light battle armor. Oh, nice. I'll give him the other inertial inhibitor too then. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what happened. Priya's got the anti-droid vibro sword. Or had it, I should say. I was wondering where that went. Oh wait, I got turned around here. So what comes of it's what happens when I don't open doors. I get lost. Heard that there's a dark spot there, but I cannot leave it unresolved. Need to know. Need to know I have explored it all. Ooh.
Why have you approached me?
I'm guessing this is probably the way to... Oh. Hey, buddy. Huh. Yeah, getting influence with T3 is not... Oh, he actually can't join the party right now. Oh. Oh. Interesting. I need to get my intelligence up so I can get more skill points. I don't like how low my repair is. mind, I'm actually starting to get there. Slowly. Still not as good as my companions at it, though. Mr. Frickin' 18. Oh, he's got Gearhead maxed out, doesn't he? Not maxed out, just enhanced. Okay. Not the prettiest armor I've seen. But then again, I'm not gonna lie, I actually rather like the Sith armor. From the original. All shiny. I don't know if there actually is a limit to inventory in this thing.
I hear you.
I think we're good on workbench stuff for now. Ooh. Those are different. Strength +2. Just flat. $10 to $22, $12.
I hear you.
Okay, I'm guessing if we want to explore the rest, we'll have to go, long way around? Nope, no rest to explore. Got it.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why?
Her oath.
Her reasons are unknown to me. but I fear she may no longer be trusted. We will save her if we can, but we must let her discover the exile's nature for herself. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What is the machine saying?
Do you know why we have called you here?
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Yeah, no, that's
Much defiance
not
in
how
that
that
one.
works.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there. More like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That I felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Missing colon.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
It is just me. And I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
I'll take the help, but...
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, jeez,
I'll be in my
Priya.
chambers. But since I don't
Why are
have
you
any,
always
I guess
cranky?
I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General,
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself. It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
Be back with you in a sec.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna have to end this episode. Well, maybe not. We'll have to take a break though. Be back with y'all in maybe 10 minutes. Okay, and we're back.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that. I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete. I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need. I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable. All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances.
Yeah, but it's not...
I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too.
Doesn't want a memory wipe.
What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior. I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
You can do that without a memory wipe. Damn it, you're not gonna make me choose.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place. Hey, General, are you alright? You look like you've been standing too close to one of my shield generators. Was there something you wanted me for? That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around. He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with? I got tired of it. Kept dropping my hydro spanner. Figured I'd get a new one. If you were me, you'd probably want to joke about it too. Actually, it was a souvenir from Malachor. I was lucky I didn't lose more. But at least it gave me something to do, right? Everyone always said I was probably half machine anyway. Something else I can help you with? Why did you decide to fight? I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall.
Yes, sorry for that. I see my actions on my own in this playthrough, but I am not as capable physically as characters in most video games. Well, the choices I choose in dialogue and whatnot are choices that resonate with me and how I feel things should be, how it should be. I don't believe that I'm actually capable of doing most of them myself. Like the general trying to be a good person, that's something I do, but anything in regards to fighting and whatnot, I'm not really put together for, and I don't know how I'd react in a lot of the time when push comes to shove. So, to an extent, the choices I make in this game are, well, obviously the ones that I would wish to do if I would hope I would make in the same situation, I guess.
I did not join because I wanted to protect them, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them, to give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt?
I have, however, been in fights before, and yeah, in the few times that I've actually gotten into it in life before I grew older and not more mature, but just have had different life experiences and whatnot. Yeah, I felt this. There is definitely a rush.
It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for?
Oh, this is what they're talking. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Let me make sure I'm not gonna mess him up at all. Okay. Let's get you some physical upgrades. Ah. May as well get one. I think he's run out.
Oh, welcome, exile. Is there something you need? Yes, your features, your stance. There is a calm about you that I did not notice on Telos.
Well, I did just get done working on T3s.
There is an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapon masters. Yet it comes to you with ease. It shows in your features. It is beautiful to see.
Okay, that's just funny.
You may ask. Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do. It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
Not quite where I want that statement to go.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
Oof.
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
Says the woman with her own quarters.
Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience. Do not cloak one word within another. Friends. Do friends not follow? Do friends not form a hierarchy of their own, no matter how small the circle? I am too old for friends, and when the years settle upon you, you will dispense with such words as well.
Ironically, I found exactly the opposite to be true. But then again, I've never had a great many friends myself over the years. So those I do make, I do tend to... well... I was going to say treasure, but sometimes that has gotten me into trouble in the past. Like, yes, treasure them, but do not be blind. That's led me down some dark roads in the past that I don't want to ever have to walk again.
Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
Says the character I can never seem to actually gain influence with.
I am but a mirror whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see. I care not which of the words you use, as long as you make use of that which you forge. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength. A discussion, perhaps, for another time. Ask, and I will answer. There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all. Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. That I will abide her presence. She may have her uses. Because Atris is a threat, and as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage. If that is your opinion, it is noted. Is that all you wish to speak to me about? Ask, and I will answer. I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no answers that you cannot find on your own. Ask, and I... There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only.
Oh.
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted. Ask, and I will answer. Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
I actually agree. I'll try intelligence.
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
Yes. I wish to hear your story. That's the
There are
biggest.
dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best.
I'm not gonna lie, I want Ep.3.
But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest for the future, for the Force.
I... I don't think this conversation is going where I want it to.
If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice. Ask, and I will... I misspoke before, and I do not wish to choose my...
I want to help Kriya. I don't want to see her hurting. I hate seeing the pain in others. I wish you didn't have to. I wish no one had to hurt. Three to 17. I hate seeing other people hurt. But that's not always a good thing. Because a lot of times I'll blind myself so that I don't have to see the pain others suffer, so I don't have to. Anyway, sorry, this got really introspective.
You know, I noticed a glow before, but now it's bright around you. You've come a long way since Paragus, and despite all we've been through, you seem a lot better for it.
And I have a text from him. One second, I just got a security alert. Oh, okay, never mind. Nothing that matters. Hello to, well, I noticed another viewer showed up, so welcome. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. I have it open next to my TV and everything, so feel free to ask questions, obey the rules. Yeah.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too. Alright, what did you want to know?
Wow, okay. Oof. There is a lot of... Let's deal with Andron first, I guess. Well, hold on. What was that other one? Corbin, I'm also trying to think where I can get some, fuel for the station. Dantooine, maybe? I'm thinking either... pretty sure I can find it there, but I don't want to deal with them yet. We'll try Onderon.
Well, this is Onderon. Looks like there's a long line to get into the ISIS starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon. Looks like we're about to find out. I'm receiving a message from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon, but it ends here.
Wow, really?
We've taken some hits. We can try to fight back, or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call.
Need more information.
You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky. It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target. Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. Onderon is about as far from the core as you can get and still be in the Republic. But even out here, the locals have heard of us. We're lucky I was able to find this place to land. Looks like something has cleared away the jungle in a few spots around here. Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain. I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Duxon, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. You should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian War started? This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so... Well, I don't like it. We're lucky I was able to...
Okay, how...
It's taken a little Well, the space battle... Well, I don't like... We're lucky I was able...
Okay, I can't find the exit option.
Looks like one of the moons of... I did pick up the remains of it.
There were no settlement.
Crash sites.
This is Duxon.
This is where the...
Much is...
Tempting.
Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere. Unless you can find another route to Onderon, we should sit tight.
There may be a means to get to Onderon by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason. We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings. And that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were forced down in the battle.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. He fought here once, and there are things here he must see.
He fought here? Why didn't he say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
Not gonna lie, he's part of the reason I'm not too heavily invested in Aten. Or Aten. I know just how good he is, how good he can be. I wish to try her out. I don't know, well, anything about her. Aside from she's not telling us. Or at least I don't believe she's telling us everything. Yeah, may as well. Skills. You don't need demolitions. Also don't really need much in the way of awareness, but... He's actually gonna hit Master 2 weapon fighting before I do. Well, I do like to run him as a 2-weapon fighter, so... Wow, she ain't got much in the way of... Oh, wow. I see. Let me see what you already have. 2-weapon fighting, heavy armor. Oh, I'm trying to change some of the damn shoulder buttons again. Well, I do need to level her up. One way or the other. Oh, you can get stealth run too, huh? Huh. It's strange how heavy she is into... Not what I would have expected. My guess is they just kinda made her general use, if that makes sense. Because she's not heavy into strength. Really not heavy into anything aside from, you know, dex, but that's for defense, but she doesn't actually have any, she can't get finesse. No. Still trying to decide. Like, I do want her to be a melee combatant, obviously. So, improve toughness again. +10 +3. Shielding visor, I guess. Bonus to her strength. Bonus to reflexes. +8 to 23 +13. 9 to 23. Oh, I just noticed it has a defense boost. Okay. Oof, she is so tanky. And now we have a friend to equip. Wait, what? Yeah, I guess droid narrow scrambler then. Yeah, sorry, I know this isn't the most riveting content right now. Just trying stuff out, seeing what feels good. Honestly, not sure. Like, then there's no sensor to give them. Oh well. Nice. Simply because it's nice to have a little bit extra every once in a while.
Let us test ourselves.
Ep.3. I need to take a gearhead for my character at some point. Well, she probably will always be attacking with me, so I may as well give her a dual strike. Oof. Well, she is wearing a 13 right now, so... I could give her another bit more strength, but I think she's...
Prepare yourself.
Let me look at something real quick. It was 8 to 18 and that. $11 to 22 on that, jeez. $9, oh my. Okay, yep, nope. Like, can I switch my party for a sec? Yes. Ah, both paths lead to the same destination.
I shall honor them with battle.
So was all that just to introduce a new enemy type, or?
Yes? Let us test ourselves.
Yeah. I can play and serve for a little bit.
I've got some news. The space battle is still going on. The Hawk sensors just picked up a contact heading to the moon. Most of the ship's systems are powered down, so it's about all I got. That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon welcome.
Anyway. Yes.
Yes?
Oh, at the computer that... Okay, I get it. Yeah, no. Jeez, the shit ton of NPCs eating games. It's not like it's gonna block me off.
Prepare yourself.
Actually, at this point, who has the higher computer use? 1921. Oh yeah, didn't I have you rocking dual droid? I was not, but I can. Yep, computer use definitely let him do it. Yep, definitely let him do it. Much as I am not the biggest fan of it, we can't just leave these around. These are combat models, and it would be foolish to well, damn, I believe I was too hasty. Which, won't be the first. Now we have a droid that's actually even more dangerous, because it's been issued the self-destruct command
I'm here.
without being able to lift. Which could rather easily mean that if someone were to fix its reactor, that it might self-destruct as soon as they fix its reactor. I don't like that there's detonator gloves. It means we have mines coming up.
Orbital fighting just ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox took a shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Well, it would have been nice to actually give me a dialogue option there. Oh, survivors. Well, in we go, I guess. Find out if we can help them.
I'm here.
Because he actually has a much better repair skill. Oh, okay. Leave it be. That's fine. Can always use fire support.
Donos ilaragith, wanaratora chidrunga sa inchobin sasha, dosimana rachata, taranamosi wendasarans, krema sukun ratungala, chawi moju kosoracha.
Oh, yay.
Taranamosi wendasarans, krema sukun ratungala, chawi moju kosoracha, donos ilaragith. Wanaratora chidrunga sa inchobin sasha, dosimana rachata. Dawachosimu poendo rakawa ichirendumu moparama kawana abawasi. Yukroren man mapusiti nolara.
Who are you?
Dawachosimu poendo rakawa ichirendumu moparama kawana abawasi. Yukroren man mapusiti nolara. Loka kamaran endos. Taranamosi wendasarans, krema sukun ratungala, chavi moju. Loka kamaran endosoran with no chavi.
Let the game handle it.
I'm here.
That is not where you can't stop it.
Yes?
We have remains.
I shall honor them with battle.
Oh, okay. Just a piece of ground. Well, there's no loot over that way. Not yet, at least. I guess those detonator gloves were just, you know, not like a big piece.
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Duxon. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
A challenge.
Not really. I would call it more minor inconvenience. It always takes the game so long to let you know if you actually have loot or not. Oh, you got stuck on a wall.
I'm here.
Nope. Ep.3. Congratulations, you get a much better blaster. Because I happen to know how ridiculous that damn gun is. Oh wait, hold on. Before I give it to you, I need to equip it. Yeah, I forgot you're not full crafting bench. Or upgrade bench. I think I'm gonna have to give her a flurry. She is really damn good. DC 14. DC 14, so yeah. Okay, let me figure this out. Because it would imply that I can, but not the how. And it might just be another case of content restored mod, you know? Okay. Not something I have access to right now. This one actually is a case of come back later. Good. Well, not good. It's annoying, but... Oh, jeez. There are a lot of these.
Yes?
I'm actually gonna play R3 or T3 right now, simply because, well, T3 has some pathing difficulties. It's looking I'm seeing more and more often.
You surrounded.
Keep calm. Their weapons are not raised. I do not think they wish to fight us.
I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here? We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after XR Kun's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here? We expected as much. Few visit Duxon by choice. We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants to speak to you.
Wow, this is a sizable cave. Yeah, this camp is not tiny. Oof.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians.
Nice to meet you.
Scattered perhaps, but we're still alive. Alive and rebuilding. Many Mandalorians have fallen from the path of honor, and are now no more than common mercenaries. But that is changing. This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last. Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge. Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our presence here a secret. So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth. Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. Or something that'll show what you're made of. I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful.
Oh, nice.
Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have been cleared from the area, but what's left might still be too much for you.
So where are we?
If you head out into the jungle, stay alert. Our patrols keep the area clear of the more dangerous beasts. Mostly Canucks and Malras. Deeper in the jungle, there's Boma beasts, and they're a little more sport. Bomas are tough and fiercely territorial. Whenever we drive them off, they just come back to reclaim their grazing lands. We can handle them, but they may be too much for you. Little pests. They'll eat anything they can fit in their mouths, so don't leave any gear and supplies lying around, unless you want them to end up in a Canuck's belly. They aren't very aggressive, just don't get too close to them, and they'll leave you alone.
I literally mentioned that earlier.
Malras are aggressive, but hardly a challenge for a real warrior. Pack hunters, though, and dangerous in numbers. We try to thin their herds pretty regularly. What's the point? They breed fast, and other than sport, they're a waste of ammo.
Thank you.
want? Ah, just you. You're no Mandalorian. I don't know why Mandalores let you roam free, but I don't trust you. I'm Kix, the new quartermaster. If a Mandalorian needs something, they come to me. Mandalore's ordered me to let you have access to our supplies, including some military-grade surplus. It's not free, though. You can pay with credits or trade in some of your gear. Doesn't matter to me.
I honestly don't have a problem with the Mandalorians, even though they're painted. They've had troubles. I've read a number of books, and I've encountered them quite a bit in the expanded universe and the old one, the one that this is actually a part of. And they're different, but they do have honor. Sorry, yeah, never mind. Getting sentimental. Let's see here. There's something I'm looking for here. I can actually build these now. Well, not chamber 2, but I can build chamber 1 if I have a workbench. That's one of the reasons why I was trying to make one with T3 earlier. Zabrak Leatherwood. Oh, interesting. Oh. 3 to 8 on a pistol. Oh my. Ooh. I do want to pick that up just because those are some useful damn things. Oh, immunity stun horror fear. That regenerate force points is pretty nice though. Awareness, demolition, security. They have a lot of really good stuff. Ooh, +3 strength damage. Wow, +12. Well, I do legitimately have a lot of junk I don't want and don't plan to ever use. Yeah, it wasn't as useful as I thought it'd be. I need to find a damn work table. Like, give me a workbench so I can figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. That's shit. Hello there, Mandalore. Since you had a lab station there.
What do you want?
I was actually just looking for a workstation. Or
what do
workbench.
you want? When you were last here, you probably didn't even go to Onderon. The Republic knew that Onderon's fate would be decided on its jungle moon, not the planet itself. To begin with, when you talk about Onderon, you're really talking about the ancient walled city of Isis. It's the only inhabited settlement on the planet. It depends on who you ask. Queen Talia rules from the royal palace, but her cousin, General Vaklu, has a great deal of power in Isis as well. They disagree about many things, just like their citizens. We fought General Vaklu during the war, and he is a worthy adversary. Queen Talia is young and hardly a match for him. Onderon is a recent addition to the Republic, joining during one of the darker eras of Republic history. Since joining, the Republic has endured many wars and great battles. The people of Onderon don't possess the resolve and strength needed in these times. Many of them want to break away from the Republic. They want to go back to an earlier age when they could cower behind their walls. Their spinelessness to conquer. It's Mandalorian business, not yours. I could, but I don't know you. Once I get to know you, I might tell you more. But not now.
Fair enough. Ironically, while I might not agree with Disney on most of their handling of Star Wars,
Your ship's pilot and gunner are both skilled. You destroyed many Onderon fighter craft in the recent space battle.
of course the game just ignores what the hell you do most of the time. But yeah, while I don't agree with he has handled Star Wars, especially canon, they do have the good sense to acknowledge a good story. There we go. And they have taken a good... Well, they didn't fiddle with the Mandalorian story too much, which is something I really like. They kept them... They allowed them to have their honor. Sorry, I'm getting... Yes, and truthfully, it wouldn't kill me to make another. Those are good. Yeah, I'm getting... getting distracted. What do I have on mine? Nothing, because everything's on Kriya's, that's right.
Yes?
Let's fix that. Also because I could use a different spikes. 135. Actually, I should have just sold that instead of broke it down. Data pads can be broken down at will. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Mining lasers, no one ever wants to buy those. I'll sell one of those. Because I really do need this. And I need a good edge to put on it. Massive crits, I don't have high crit chance. I guess improved ionite edge. Oh, what do you know? Yet again, massive crits. I hate how you have to keep backing out and... oh, god damn it. +2 to hit. Where'd that 200 go? 140, 187. Oh, I guess already spent. Yeah. No. $140. Yeah. Yeah, we've gone beyond the point where those are great. Ranged melee armor. One of these has something. Yeah. Yeah. That. And because I'm mostly just sticking around right now. Exploring. May as well do it at Ooh, Sith Ghost. Was that bad for night armor? There are some armors in this game that allow you to still use your force powers. I'd like to get some of those. Oh, it's medium. Maximum 14. I don't have the dex for that, but what's his face? Atten does. Okay, shit's starting to get respectable.
So you are the visiting Jedi. You aren't much to look at. Are you here to observe, or do you seek to prove yourself in the battle circle? Our history is one of battles and wars, but there are times when even we must deal with peace. The battle circle allows us to hone our skills by fighting other Mandalorians. It pales to what we really thirst for, honor in battle, but it keeps us prepared. Talk to the sergeant if you want to fight.
Oh, okay.
A few. No fights to the death. Other parts of our training weed out the weak among us, but that isn't the function of the battle circle. There are individual rules for each fight. The warrior with greater honor determines those, which in your case means any Mandalorian makes the rules. I am Davro, a Mandalorian warrior. I have yet to taste real battle, so I test my worth in the battle circle instead.
Very well. So this is a combination of the fighting arena and... Okay. My guess is it has to be me to do the job. Very well.
The Jedi comes to grace us. The battle circle is reserved only for real warriors. Your Jedi ways won't help you here. Today, I have been given the honor of commanding the battle circle. I decide who fights who and make sure all the rules are followed. The battle circle is only a small part of our training regimen. A full Mandalorian warrior is a master of many fighting techniques, and here, all of them are tested. If you were to compete, you would have to do so on our terms. That is the way of the battle circle. Those with great honor decide the terms of engagement. Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be a match for even the lowliest of Mandalorian warriors? If you want to try and fight us on our terms, that can be arranged.
Thank you. I'll actually be going for 6. I have some stuff to do over here. Something I hadn't considered actually neither of those matters. I wasn't kidding about this being some of the best armor in the game. I don't want to use it primarily as my primary armor in this playthrough because, well, it kills my force powers, and I literally can't trust the AI to handle those properly. Like, buffing's fine, you know. They get that, but heal, unfortunately, if I remember correctly, is freaking restricted by armor. Oh, I guess I actually could if I wanted to. Yeah, so aside from a couple powers, literally just 2 in this case. Huh. I believe I'm at a odd number of decks anyways. I do, however, want to give the best showing I can. Plus 18 is the best I can get. 15, 13's not bad. So yeah. Let us engage.
Here to watch a fight or to participate? We are not merchants here. We are Mandalorians. The only thing gained and lost is honor and...
Come on.
Be careful when you ridicule a Mandalorian. If Mandalorian, is there anything else?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Here to watch a fight.
Yes.
You are new here, so you will fight Davral. He is young and has not been able to prove himself in battle. Davral, what are your turns?
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items. Just fist and foot. A true test of strength.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Don't step out of the circle and pull any death blow. No one dies in the battle circle. So put away your weapon and step into the battle circle. Now, you will experience a true fight.
Well, I am certainly proficient in unarmed
The
combat.
match between Jedi and Davral is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Davral is just a recruit. I'm not surprised you won this fight. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. As little honor as you have gained, it is sufficient to accept his request. Let me know if you would fight again.
I would. I will, however, feel like that. Just because it makes sense.
Have lost. But this was no true contest. Jedi are skilled warriors, and I am young. I will train very hard to match you in combat next time. But there are others already here who are more than your equal. Braylor is one of the mightiest among us. He could teach you humility.
That is legitimately what I love about that. Oh. something. Mandalorians are some of the most skilled combatants in Star Wars canon.
Here to watch a fight or to After defeating Davro, you have gained some small honor.
Oh.
There is a challenger for you. He is Kex, the quartermaster. Since he is the challenger, you get to choose the terms. As quartermaster, he has little opportunity for any glory in training. He isn't as skilled as Davro. The battle circle is for training. It is best to choose something that will test both of your limits. In this case, swords would be a good choice. It is something neither one of you are completely familiar with, but the choice is ultimately yours to make. An honorable choice. I will send a runner to Kex. Your fight will begin shortly.
Ah, so the weapon matters not. Oh. What are you? Dueling Vibrosword. Just a very basic one. Johnny designed Ortosis Weave. Nice. Very nice.
The match between Kex and Jedi is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you want to fight again, let me know.
I am not ready for another combat yet, but there we go, that's what I'm looking for.
Here to watch a fight or... You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin. Just fist in foot like you fight with Devil. Nothing else. Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand. Remember, no weapons allowed, and absolutely no use of your force. battle circle. You used an item. You must follow all the terms of combat. You must not leave the battle circle. You must, if you fight again, follow these rules. One more...
Very well. I'm not capable of battling him anyways right now.
You here to gloat over your victories in the battle circle, saving for someone else. So why are you back?
Honestly, to trade.
The greatest honor for a Mandalorian is to distinguish themselves in battle. But as age comes upon us, some are forced to find honor in other pursuits. They assist as freighter pilots, technicians, or quartermasters. There's honor there, but it's nothing compared to the heat of battle. For someone young like me, this task is distasteful. There are many battles left in me, yet I'm relegated to this. My predecessor was loading equipment from Cache D5. Mandalorian engineers must have worked a double shift on that one. The old quartermaster was carrying out a load of blast converters, walked straight into a beam splitter. Pieces of them wound up all over. So I got the job, and here I am. Yeah, I do. I don't know what if it were up to me. Blasters, energy shield.
Oh, okay. Force spike, sure. The next blaster. Actually, all the blasters that aren't specialized ones. To heck with it, y'all can have those too. I don't think I am going to be using... I don't know. I know I'm never going to use those. Oh, there's a lot of armor. Jeez. Okay. Droid Neural Scrambler. Ion Striker. Flamethrower. Yeah, both of those can go. This belongs with y'all. That state. One second. Taking a break. Actually, this would be a good place to save and end the stream. Don't want it to run too long. And with that, that'll be all for now. See y'all next time. Goodbye.